Hello everybody, welcome back to Sovereign's Egyptian City Build. Last time when I left you in part 1, we were actually hanging out over there on the creeper statue, and we had to stop there just for time's sake. You know, I'm recording on my PlayStation 4, so 15-minute increments, they actually can kind of, they can get by me pretty quick without me noticing, man. So, but right now, we're up in the second statue that I built. And when I had finished the creeper, I really wanted to, focus on getting the next part of the city up. So right there, the flaming pillars, those kind of signify, you're heading somewhere important. This is the richer, more affluent part of the city. And I went ahead and decided I needed to get some houses in here, of course. So I built this one first, and then I built that one second, and then I built that one third. And once I built those, I decided I just really needed a break from making houses, man. They were just getting kind of boring, So I went ahead and decided I knew I wanted to make another statue of some kind. I wasn't sure what, but then when I kind of got over here and none of this was here yet, I decided that I needed to put a statue over here because this is the richer side of the city and there was really nothing over here. I mean, all the nicer stuff, the pyramids and the Sphinx and the creeper statue were all over there with the other poorer side of the city. And so I decided that right here would be a good place for the Enderman statue. And at first, I mean, I had both of his arms kind of extending out. And as we all know, for playing Minecraft, the Enderman will carry blocks. And I've actually been dealing with that a lot. I mean, on the edge of my pyramid over there, they keep taking sand blocks, man, and it just drives me nuts, those little thieves. So I decided, you know what, man, I'll make them holding something. And I was thinking about taking all of my gold blocks and making a big gold block. I was going to have them hold it because the Egyptians were really into their gold. I mean, they used it to build everything. So I started to do that, but I mean, once I got the other arm out straight, the gap in between them was so big. I mean, if I put a gold block there, it would have just looked bad. I think it would have been way too much. I think it would have just kind of thrown the build off. So I mean, this is supposed to look kind of, crazy and I mean, just big and over the top, but not that much. So I decided against that and cut the arm off, and then just decided to build it straight down. And then, since he had his arm out like this, I stepped back when I put this other one back on. And I thought it looked really cool the way he was kind of pointing, because his eyes do sit so low on his head that it kind of looks like he's looking down at you, and then pointing at you like he's demanding something. So I put up this path, and I decided I knew I wanted to get a sacrificial table in somewhere, because we all know Egyptians did practice sacrificial rituals. And I decided to put it right here and have him pointing at it. I thought that would be really cool, like he was demanding his sacrifice. So I went ahead and did that, and made a lot of trips to the nether to get the wither skulls because the drop rate is very low. And so I went ahead and got them and put them up there, and I think that looks really good. And then as we're coming up this way here, this is not a permanent structure. This is just kind of where myself and any other workers that help me can sleep at night. And there was a second bed in here, but things are spreading out so quickly all the time, that we have to move it. So somebody took the bed from here, and I think, put it out in the woods, because he was out there hunting food for me, because we need food. And I don't have his name on my architect shrine yet, but and actually, every time, I know his real name now, so every time he comes up on my PlayStation, it's his real name, so I can't even remember what his online name is. Oh, it's Blue Ambush. So my buddy Blue Ambush helped me getting some food, so he took the bed way out there. Excuse me. And so yeah, this is just kind of where we stay. We have our sandstone and our sand in this right here, and quartz and glowstone and other various things I've built with, some obsidian, netherrack, gold, and just kind of some things that I don't use very frequently to build with, but I mean, I've been using quartz a lot more frequently, but it's easier to keep the sand separate, and helps me keep track of like how I am as far as my stock of sand is concerned, because I have been going through a lot of it. So then my buddy Goofy and I decided to bring it over here more. And he made this house by himself. The only thing I did was I suggested we put something in here to give it a different kind of color variation, you know. I mean, too much sandstone, it does look kind of bland sometimes. So, you know, I suggested we do some quartz right here, but he had actually beaten me to this. And, you know, great minds, you know, they think alike. So, and then I came around the back here, and I suggested we put some quartz slabs around here. And he agreed, so we went ahead and did that. But, I mean, other than that, he did this whole thing himself, and I think it looks really great. It's very unique. I mean, it's a completely different build style than mine, which is absolutely fine, and in fact encouraged. You know, I don't want the houses to all look alike. I mean, that would just be a bummer. So, and then I built these two. Honestly, I'm not really sure how much I like them, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. So, and then considering how much we're building, myself and the friends that are helping me, who've seen me stream and just decided to be a part of it, we've been going through food insanely fast. So I brought my potato garden from my actual house way over there, and I put it over here so we would have just a ton of potatoes. And I mean, these are all cooked potatoes right here. So we all have something to eat. You know, I gotta feed the help. I mean, that just wouldn't be right, right? So I'm gonna have a path going this way, and we're gonna have more houses way down here. Now, I'd mentioned in my first video, the first part of this tour, that you know, I had mined so much out of this desert that I really couldn't mine anymore, and I needed to go to other biomes for it. And like, this is one of the spots where I was mining at. You see the cobblestone under there. I mean, it goes it pretty much goes all the way back to here. I mean, it's like all of this and then straight out that way. I dug up and I took sand and sandstone out of there, and it was, I really needed the I mean, you can see like these huge passageways back here, and I mean, it just goes on and on, dude. I came down here and I mined out sand and sandstone, and I needed it for the build. I mean, I go through so much, and so when I started actually getting my city moved over to here, I'm like, you know what, man, I gotta move that because that looks really, really bad. I mean, it's just this big hole in the middle of everything, and I mean, I just really didn't like it. So I just, in an effort to save sand and sandstone, I didn't bother filling it back all up with sand. I just put you know, a layer of cobblestone over it, since it will hold its position in the air and won't sink like sand will. And then I put sand on top of that, so I could kind of save some resources. I do need to kill this pig. I gotta have my food. And so then we're gonna have some houses over here eventually. Again, you know, it's a work in progress constantly. I'm working on it every day, and I try and stream every day. Right now, I don't really have a particular time frame for it because I'm going to college right now, and the schedule's a little crazy. So, you know, just kind of look for me. I do put a link up on Facebook on Ustream when I do. I have a group there, Sovereign One. So it always has a link on it. And yeah, so anyway, this is a work in progress. We'll have houses over here one day. And then I'm actually not going to go up there because I've already been up a million of these statues. This is my third statue, if you're not counting the Ender Sphinx, if you're just counting these two. And it's a skeleton. It really doesn't look exactly like a skeleton. But I mean, the face, I was having so much trouble with the mouth. I mean, I do it to the specs of the picture as I was looking at on the internet. But with the mouth straight across, it looked like he was smiling, despite it being flat and straight. So I cut off a couple of ends of the mouth and made it shorter, and it looks a lot better to me. I think his expression's a little more blank, you know. I mean, a skeleton shouldn't be smiling. He's dead, right? So I just kind of made it a little more of a blank expression on his face. And then, I mean, that's pretty much what I've gotten so far. I'm going to have all this built up, houses, and I'm going to have, you know, path leading up to here, and over there somewhere, back in the desert there, I'm thinking of having the big Pharaoh's palace. I don't know for sure. I might put it over there. It just depends on where the build kind of takes me. But it will happen one of these days. And I'm going to try and do another statue. I want to do an animal this time. I'm not sure what or where or when yet. But one day I will. And I just continue to work on this every day. This is the latest thing I'm working on. I just need to get more quartz slabs and kind of finish it up. And yeah, it's continuing work in progress. And it's going to be epic, guys. I mean, when I'm done with this, man, we're just going to keep going. We're going to move to different biomes and do all kinds of different city builds. A modern city with skyscrapers and paved streets. And you know, Greek architecture, the Parthenon, I think would be awesome to make out of quartz pillars and, you know, quartz blocks, which will require a lot of nether trips. And I want to do Stonehenge. I want to do a really tall oak tree. I mean, just massive, ridiculously so. And I'm going to put houses on it, in it, on the branches, and I want to contain a whole city on a tree, so it's going to have to be huge. I mean, I'm going to do all kinds of stuff with this world. This world will have so many different kinds of cities. It's going to be real epic. So, if you guys like what you see, you know, please like it. You can subscribe, Sovereign1 on YouTube. I'm just starting out, so it's kind of hard to find me, but, you know, check it out if you can. And you can find me on Facebook, Sovereign1. Just type that in there, and I have the videos on there as well that I put onto YouTube, and I will, you know, update status on that group as well with when I'm going to stream and things of that nature. So, yeah, if you guys like it, please do like it and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Sovereign1. I will see you guys next time.